So I will present this subject. This is very related to our situations, improvement of students' engagement in the digital digital higher education environment during the COVID-19, which is very important. This is just a review study. So based of new situations, so we wrote this paper. The review study identifies concrete ways to improve the students' engagement in digital education. So this is the most, where is the, we need to take it in evidences, students' feeling and how they can engage in the learning operations. So they miss all time, they miss the operative cooperations and the group working with the partners to construct knowledge, where digital learning, both for students and teacher, have to forget about the human aspect. So we come here to the teachers and students engagement and supervising, and as you can see there. In academic working, we need to take these elements regarding to the students' contact and inter-students cooperations, which is very important, as is essential in this situation, and activate the learning and promote feedbacks in which is representing very important tools to create the connections to be more active. So and team on task, high standards, respect for the diversity of talent and learning operations. So this is as but when we come to the when we come here to the building communication community of belong, what we have now is just students need to feel all time in the situation to be comfortable and safe, and we must feel that they are protected. So in this situation, students feel unwanted if they haven't these actions or this and we need to avoid frustrations, fear, and isolations of students. So students in this situation will feel and disconnect in this learning process. So we need to avoid this process. But regarding to the dilemma, which all time we can see in, or when we can read or come in what exists in this process, so the teacher needs to avoid the students disconnect within online courses, within when they feel frustrations, fear, and isolations. So in this situation, teacher need to take in evidence pictures. So they will feel disconnected when they haven't clear pictures regarding the course area and working process, and sometimes losing of awareness regarding the learning outcome. And beside this feeling of sometimes weak in communications in IT department, in schools IT department. So bad connections with course coordinators, absence of information regarding the subjects, regarding materials, solving of methods. So all these can create the feeling of discomfort or disconnect with the course process. But the step which is required to create this course or engagement, so it is required to be clear in dividing type of assignments and lectures, exercises, workshops, and all these must be clear for students. Students must feel that they have a way, friendly way to find information in the a complex, because a complex or a digital course, if you can see a complete course design, can take 3 dimensions, starting from the course required as lectures, for example, here, and how it can be created in or created to synchronize the informations, teachers connection with the students connected with the teachers with so in synchronous lectures, asynchronous lectures. Another thing, workshops. So in the course, how can be divided, how can be provided with the tools which can help students to understand what happened beside in this process. Creating of community of inquiry for students that can be created by listening to one another for students community with respect, build another EDA, so build on one another EDAs, and can change one another to supply reasons. So this can assist in students in creating the process or can continue with that. Another thing regarding to the build of community of belong and community of inquiry framework. So we need to create activities. Activities can be divided in two phases. The first is in the start of the course, and by creating a study guide with friendly way finding informations regarding and all details regarding the course. Digital platform is required. Rules of interactions. So this is elements required in the start of the course, but that during the course activities can what happened today in this week and what is can be in for the next week. Beside this, resource for seminars and virtual office hours can be activated this part. In this situation, the community of inquiry framework can be or can be in this way can be more creative by activating a social presence and connections and interactions with others, and this can be reflect collaboration or constructive approach in learning. So in this situation, we can take or get our target. The study guide, when we create for students, we need to take it in friendly way, finding by goals, learnings, assignments, all objectives which can support the learning process. About another thing is what happened in this week. So what will be in the next week in the same situation. So all these we need to have check, choose how our complete weekly checkpoints. Thinking about efficient communication with students, transparent goals settings, feedbacks activated in plan and strategy, and friendly for students, friendly way finding information and selecting relevant media. So in this situation, we have, as Diane mentions, regarding to cognitive presenting, teaching presence, and social presence, which is represent the community of inquiry, with many aspects which are required to be taken in evidence when we create the course. Dividing and collaborations between different areas, teaching presence with social presence, which is the climate required, and the other for teaching cognitive presence, selective of content, and the rest. So all these are activities. In this situation, this teacher can help and can share his experiences for his college in this process. But what is important now, we can conclude the introduction of digital technology and tools into the educational process and the creation of virtual education environment supported by changed approach to the maintain the management of education. But when we start with planning, I mean here, goals must be taken in evidence in academic institution. A digital education environment should be designed to be set of digital teaching aids. So this is regarding to the online course, and deep modernizations of the education process is designed to prepare a person for life in a digital society and professional activity in digital economy. So that's briefly, I will present that because I have many things. I reduce many slides. Yes, thank you.